where I'm doing this same type of stuff, but around the occupation zone, so where they're actually at. So they go places all the time. Certain individuals in the group will. They'll go out, come back, go out, come back, go out. But they're coming back to a region or an area that usually surrounds water, cover, and a year-round food source. Mm-hmm. So these areas aren't really quite like that. I mean, because if you want to, it's like what are you going to eat in deep winter and all this. Hunting isn't really a successful way to subsist unless you're a certain kind of animal. So, but they know resources that you can acquire all year, like rush grasses and the roots to reeds and rush. Those are fully edible, and just because the tops die, you can still go dig up the roots and eat them all winter long. And so having a marsh access or something like that would give you some form of dependable food source where if you needed to put something near something you had. So I usually work those type of things, not like the transient travel. We do it. That's how we did the Chuska. And if you follow these things long enough and figure out how they're marking the major corridors versus just like what we were on there where it's not marked like a big major corridor. It's marked like an individual that's around here and cruises through here, went through marking. Yeah, that's a nice milestone. Mm-hmm. That was put there. No belong there.
Put there by
whoever marked the measuring and alignment system to go someplace. Probably the early Phoenicians, Celts.
Phoenicians, yeah. Phoenicians were here.
Oh yeah, a lot, yeah. Alexander the Great mined a lot of this area. And they know it. So a lot of that was in Scientific American years ago.
Leave some face.
Alexander the Great.
But yeah, so when working like the sites that we've figured out or whatever, I just got really lucky and very fortunate to be near groups that can't really move away too far. And that's why we don't mess with them and try to get to the subjects. Because I can learn a hell of a lot more just by going in around them and behind them than you can. Because they don't act the way they're supposed to when you're trying to bug them and observe them. And you want to see what the hell they're doing. Because then you get predictable results, which allows you later to go in and get closer.
Why the scientific method?
Right. I guess there's an impatient way and a patient way. The impatient way is running out there and trying to have an encounter, and the patient way is trying to figure out enough of it to give you a good chance of having an encounter.
Sure. I could agree.
This is so much fun.
Much better chance of an encounter.
Are you having a good day, Dave?
Yes, I am.
Having fun?
Yes, I am. Yep.
I learned
Great
a lot
time.
here.
Great time, and what Robert was pointing out about the tree breaks about 10 or 12 feet up. Just about every other tree or every tree was just the flags was very amazing.
Josh got to see the same thing you guys got to see, but over a lot longer duration, right? And then when I came out, we met Dave, and then Dave got to see the flags and how many actual repetitions throughout this entire area there was on the same thing. And then you guys got to see one basic representation of the flag and then what it goes to, and how those are used then to penetrate an area. So that was actually really good in there because he got a little anal about it. He was just doing it, oh my gosh. And there was nothing anywhere, and he just like everything.
And it could not have been, and I told him at home we have squirrels in our trees in the backyard, and the trees go over the deck, and the squirrels get hungry and they want my wife to feed them, and they will actually climb up in the tree on limbs and chew through limbs so they fall down by you, and you have like this green limb fall down, very, very small, fall down by you, and these limbs out here that were broken are so small that they couldn't support the weight of a squirrel to chew them or any other animal for that matter on the flags. So it really makes sense. It's something that it's just never struck me before as far as noticing or seeing.
You'll never not see another one.
You're right.
But that's all it takes. It's not to my credit. It's just from being out there enough and going, what the fuck is there 5 of these in 15 feet?
That's a big spider right here. Look, that's a big spider.
What do you got, Dave?
Oh, we got it.
It was
It's
walking on the back here.
Have a,
I was
yeah,
just trying to hang out.
have
Is
a,
it Daddy
have a,
Longleg, or you got something else?
Saved my life,
know.
Dave.
Thank you for saving his life.
anytime, man.
We have
Anytime.
true adventure and drama here, right?
So I have a question for you, Rob. Do you think that there's a particular type of tree, a forest that Bigfoot prefers to hang out in, like up in this area? Do you think?
I would never include, to be honest. I think different purposes for different foliage. I think they use it all different. Man, it'd just be conjecture and a wild guess to think what they like better. I know they feel confident in things they can get in that you can't. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Out here with those mounds and stuff like that. If I was going to make some sort of shelter, if I was going to be out here for a while, you know, like on one of those shows, you know, Alone, whatever they call
Naked
them.
Alone or Naked and Afraid.
No, not naked. You don't want to be
I'm
naked
just
in the Upper
teasing.
Peninsula because it's really cold here and everything, and there's like plenty of shrinkage and everything like that else going on, I'd imagine. But you find these mounds, and what I would do is dig down in the sand, make a hole. I would cover that hole with logs, and then cover the logs with moss, cover the logs with needles. And in like a year or two, you're not even going to be able to see it, the entrance to it. And that's how I would, that's what I would do. So why not someone else? Why
Right.
not something else?
Right.
So I kind of go on top of these, these mound things, and I kind of jump up and down, hoping one of them I'm going to break through to a,
Probably all Bigfoot
to a
graves.
den. Bigfoot graves, yeah.
There's hundreds of them everywhere. Well, they seem to form around the stumps, and I don't know what they do.
I don't know. I've yet to figure it out, so. 4:30, get back, put some chili